What's going on with this $500 million property out here in Las Vegas? This used to be the Hard Rock Hotel where rock stars used to party. Then it was the first American Indian tribe-owned casino in Las Vegas. They've since exited, and now it's being run by the Virgin Hotels. What's going on with this place? I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. I'm Party Plan Brian. I'm going to take you inside, give you a full room review, a property tour, and show you everything this great place has to offer. All right, we're going to bring in the property tour out here from the front. This is a completely remodeled facade, if you will. This used to be where they used to drop off and pick up for the Hard Rock Hotel as well. So I remember this place very well. I used to stay here a lot when rehab was going on back, had to have been like 2002 to maybe 2008 or so, before like Wet Republic opened up and everything. That was the place. This was the place to stay. You came to Vegas and you were my age, you stayed here. This is where all the action was. This was before Tinder. This was before Bumble. This was before Facebook. This was before Instagram, before TikTok. You had to go to places like this to meet the prettiest girls. So this was the place that you came to meet the prettiest girls. There was a bar that was called the Center Bar here, and that's where everyone used to hang out and mingle. It was awesome. Okay, I definitely remember this place. There used to be called Mr. Lucky's, was the diner in here. Now it's called the Kitchen, and that place was awesome. We used to get food there all the time. I just had so many great memories of this place. So I'm really looking forward to going in and seeing what the Virgin Hotels has done to this property. And let's go in and check this place out. All right, so the check-in process is right behind me. I did not see any mobile check-ins. Okay, it was just manual people. There was only 2 people working, but there was really no line. I walked up, I got checked in. It took me about 5 minutes, no big deal. We do have a English-style cab, if you will. And it's my girlfriend used to live in London, and she said this is like the cabs in London, so I thought that was kind of cool. And it is a cherry to match the cherry reward, so I got to go over there and get my player's card here shortly. All right, so the check-in process was smooth. We had a pretty easy process. It was probably no more than 5 minutes. Got to our room up here on the 7th floor. This is the original, the Canyon Tower, which is the original Hard Rock tower. You can see the what do you call it? The kind of the circular design here. And this whole hotel was remodeled in 2000 to 2001, $200 million remodel. You can see all the nice carpet in here. It is kind of dirty. I'm guessing it's just because it's a lighter color and it's been beat up over the last 5 years a little bit. But I could definitely notice that it wasn't the cleanest carpet in the world. But it's not bad in here. It smells nice. It's well lit, and the process to get up here was simple. This canyon entrance is the old entrance to the old rehab, actually. So I knew this well, and they had the right next to the Nobu and then the Pizza Forte right there. That's where you walk through and get up here. So let's go down and check this place out. All right, so right next to the check-in, there's a bar, lounge, if you will, maybe even club. They call this the Commons Club, okay? So it's kind of a cool restaurant. I don't think it's a restaurant, actually. It's just like a bar lounge. Come over here, have some drinks. They got some music going. It's pretty loud. A little bit of hip-hop playing right now, a little vibe in here, so it's pretty cool. And then over there, it says photo booth in the back. Kind of see in the background there. That is the entrance to the Shag Room. I've actually been in there. I don't think it's open right now, but maybe later. It's pretty earlier in the day. But they do have like live music in there. They do have performers. And a lot of locals like to go there. It's kind of like a nice vibe in there. And I've actually been in there a couple times having drinks. And it's chill. It's a cool place. Definitely like a nice speakeasy type of place. So worth checking out if you're here at the Virgin Hotel. Check out the Shag Room. All right, so this is the main casino right here behind me. This whole casino property is about 60,000 square feet, which is kind of small by Vegas standards, if you will. But they have about 45 table games. Then back this way is that Desert Star Lounge. You got your Sportsbook. You also have the one Steakhouse, the Chef Vu Chinese restaurant. But if you guys remember, if you used to come to the Hard Rock back in the day, right here in the center was that big center bar. That was a lot of fun back in the day. I used to love that center bar. So no longer here, but this is a Virgin Casino. I actually did the walked in the AVNs, which is the porn Star Wars, if you will. They had that when the Hard Rock was here. They did like a big thing all around this casino, and I actually walked in that with one of my friends who's a porn star, so back in the day it's kind of funny, but I remember that pretty well with the Hard Rock. So the Virgin Hotels does not have a poker room, but they do have a video poker lounge. Kind of a nice little feature, if you will. You got to come in here and play a video poker with other video poker players, but it's not a full-on poker room like you see in some of the other casinos. Small little video poker lounge, pretty cool. All right, and keeping with the small theme, if you will, they do have a small sportsbook over here. It is a William Hall Sportsbook, so plenty of TVs, some decent seating in here. It is definitely just kind of like stadium-style seating, so it is a small little sportsbook, but not terrible, not bad, but just not very big. And then they do have a place called The Kitchen over here. And this used to be Mr. Lucky's back in the day when it was Hard Rock. I love that place back in the day. But they do have a Kitchen Express here if you want to come order some quick food, kind of like your fast food. Takeout, there's not much of that in here. Now, by the way, if you guys want more fast food, there's not a lot of options in here for that, but you can just walk right across the street. Plenty of places across the street. You got a Bojangles over there. You got a White Castle. You got a, what else is over there? I think it's a Popeye's chicken or something. No, that's a Bojangles. And then there's a Sbarro. And then there across the other side over there, next to the Airstrip Strip Club, you do have a Ferraro's, which is a nice Italian restaurant. There is kind of like a hot, spicy chicken place over there, I believe. Several other restaurants. There's a nice sushi joint that I've eaten at many times over there, and walking distance, so easy to get to. Not a lot of options in the casino, but right across the street, not a problem. All right, so I did have to walk over here and check the high limit room, which I do tend to enjoy. And I did see one of the old school pinball machines right here, so where's it at? Let's see, there we go. Old school pinball machine right there. I'm definitely gonna have to throw a few bucks in that thing to see what happens. And I don't see a Wheel of Fortune. Actually, there's a Wheel of Fortune back there. I don't know if it's the same one my buddy Bobby used to win back on in the day, but there is a little bar back here called Heat. So I want to come back here, have some drinks, and there actually is a small little high limit room if you want to do some, looks like baccarat, maybe some blackjack in the little high limit room. Just 3 tables in here, kind of small, but good enough if you want to do some high limit gaming, you can make it happen back here. All right, so this is the kitchen. This used to be Mr. Lucky's back in the day. Doesn't look like it's open for dinner, but maybe lunch and breakfast. They do have a breakfast buffet, it looks like. Good food back in the day. Lucky's, I'm sure it's good now too as well. This place right here, this is called Cassie Beach House, and they also used Old Elia Beach Club is now called Cassie Beach. And this is Coastal Italian Dining. Very good place. We do this a lot of our packages, kind of an infamous entrance here. They also have like a DJ going and opens up to the pool. It's very nice in there. Girls really like it, guys really like it whenever we send groups there. So pretty popular place, easy to get in and out of here as well. And of course got the infamous Nobu Japanese fusion place right here, Michelin starred. It looks like nightly from 5:30 p.m. and then Sunday brunch 11 to 2. Okay, so they have a cool brunch there as well. Looks like it's not that busy tonight on a Saturday, kind of surprising. I know the one at the Caesars is always busy, so maybe it's just location, who knows. Cherry Rewards, they actually have their own desk here, a big production, but right now the Cherry Rewards desk is at the cashier. That's where I got my card tonight. So I'm imagining on like daytime maybe this is gonna be open if you wanna get the Cherry Rewards card. We're gonna go down here and check out the other side of the casino. Not the Ruby Tower side, but the other side. And over here, this used to be a noodle place. Now it's called Chef Zoo. This is a Chinese restaurant here next to the cashier, and not too many people in there right now, so I don't know how well it's doing, but decent Chinese food, I'm going to assume, and it's over here by the cashier and the Cherry Rewards desk. So over next to the Chef Zoo Chinese restaurant, they do have a lucky box. So if you don't know what a lucky box is, you actually put in $189 for a jersey mystery or $169 for a sports card mystery, and they're out of the Pokemon $89 mystery. So these are kind of Instagram famous, if you will, and you put in the money and you don't know what you're going to get, and it's kind of fun. Maybe you have a little bit of winnings from gambling, come over here, have a little fun with it. It's not that expensive, and it's kind of cool, good for the gram. And then they do have kind of like a center bar over here with some gaming. There's actually not a bar in there. It's actually just like, actually there's a small little bar in there. And they do have some blackjack tables in there, a little more intimate gaming, nice comfortable seats. Not so much in the main room action, if you will. But a nice little vibe over here. It's not bad over here on this side, if you will. This is kind of a little off the beaten center path. So you got to walk over here and check this out. All right, so they do have a fancy steakhouse here in the Virgin Hotels. This is the One Steakhouse. I do believe this was MB Steak. David and Michael Morton still own it, I believe. They did a nice remodel, full remodel, when they reopened this place, and now it's called the One Steakhouse. They do have a little bit of live music going on in here, which is kind of a nice, different vibe. Very nice. Quite a few people sitting at the bar, hanging out, having drinks, so it's nice to see a place pretty busy. It is Saturday night that I'm here. While other places in this place aren't very busy, this place is actually pretty busy, so good to see. And this is right next to the Desert Star Lounge, which is at the one end, the Ruby end, tower end, if you will. And they have a little lounge in here with some gaming, a little bit of bar, small bar, one bartender. They do have some like blackjack tables, and I think there might be some baccarat tables in here as well. At least blackjack for sure. And then it's kind of a cool little lounge. They have some seating around, have some drinks and whatnot. They have the Commons Lounge, which is by the entrance. This was by the other entrance by the Ruby Tower. So a couple little cool lounges to hang out at in the casino. So behind me here, this is going to be the 24 Oxford. This is going to be a live music venue. This used to be the Joint back in the day when it was a Hard Rock. And I think it's about 600 capacity. And they do have some live acts in here. Not going to be any of your big acts, but maybe some smaller ones. Catch a good show here. Definitely a cool option. It doesn't look like they have anything here tonight, but you know, check the schedule if you're staying here in Vegas, and check the Oxford or the Virgin Theater. There might be a big act going on when you're here. All right next to 24 Oxford, this is going to be the entrance to the Virgin Theater, and they have Head in the Heart, an indie rock band here tonight. Pretty big act. I'm not too familiar with their music, but pretty popular. It's going to be a big show. You see how they have all the ropes set up, and they're getting ready to rock it out here later tonight. And opening up later tonight, right next to the photo booth here, okay, this is going to be the Shag Room, and they have live music in here. It's pretty cool decor. It's like a velvety red feel. A lot of locals like to come here as well. They got good music. I've actually been in here a couple times watching the band and having some drinks. It's a cool vibe. I do like it a lot. So if you're interested in a little bit of live music, a little bit of swag, if you will, come check out the Shag Room. All right, so we ventured up the escalator next to the Ruby Towers here, and this place used to be called Money Baby, okay? It was a pretty cool, like, club, sports bar type of thing. They tried to kind of do something here at the Virgin Hotels when it first opened. It failed pretty miserably. It was good for sporting events, and that was about it. They did try to do, like, nightclub stuff. It wasn't a big hit. It is what it is. They've rebranded it now. It is called the Skybox. Private events and so much more. It's not even open at night. Probably just using it for like special events, different things like that, maybe Super Bowl type of thing. But it's no longer a operating sports bar, if you will, like Money Baby was. All right, so in the Ruby Towers, there's an escalator that takes you up to the Sky Bar level. And right behind me, this is going to be your spa, gym, and juice bar. So we're going to go in and check out the spa. I'm going to give you a little rundown of the gym, and looking forward to checking this place out. I heard the gym is amazing. One thing you don't see at a lot of hotels is a freaking juice bar. I do love this. I don't see anybody manning it right now. I'm guessing this is more of a daytime thing. But they actually have a full juice bar back here. You can order breakfast sandwiches, coffee, all your different juices and whatnot. So come down here, get a nice little workout, get a juice, which is super cool. I do love that. And then, of course, they do have the spa, which is right behind me here. A very nice spa, Virgin hotel quality, if you will. And I'm sure it's not cheap, but it's probably very well done. So if you're interested in doing a spa day, this is a good spot for that. Off the strip a little bit, easy to park if you want to just come here. If you're not staying here, you can get here conveniently and do a nice spa day. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my property tour. I am up here in the room. We are in the Canyon Tower. If you guys know what the Canyon Tower is, that's the old Hard Rock, kind of the half circle, if you will. And this has good memories. I used to stay back in this place in 2004. They did a massive remodel. I think Virgin bought this place 2018. It kind of stayed open for a little while, then it closed. I think it was a $500 million deal, and then they put $200 million into it, refreshed the whole place, the whole casino, all the rooms, everything's brand new. So I'm going to give you guys a full room tour here, and yeah, it's actually a really nice place. We do have a king room. I do like that there's a couch in here. It is not a suite. This is just a regular king room, but it's big enough to have a couch and actually a nice little, over here, a nice little table to put your stuff. It's like a marble table, nice stand. And what I like too about the flooring is there's a carpet in here. It's a nice carpet. Gives it a nice decor, but it is kind of like that plasticky hardwood, which is nice in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good. Now let's take a look at the bed. Unique bed here. Check this out. It's got like looks like the end of a chair, but it's on the foot end, okay, which is kind of unique. I do like that. It's kind of cool, kind of chill. You could be talking to the person on the bed and have a backrest here, which is kind of cool. Basically like this. Just be chilling. They're watching TV, you're talking to them. Kind of a unique setup. Never seen that in a hotel before, ever. Really cool. And then the back is like, the headboard is like a couch back. So makes it kind of unique to be able to sit here on your bed and be able to sit on the back of a couch, which I do like. So that's a really nice feature as well. I think that's probably the coolest back bed rest and headboard I've ever seen. So I like that. And of course we have some lights here, which are kind of nice for reading, so cool. And then behind here we do have like a solid wood and a wall covering, if you will. And there's some bedroom lights. You have some different lightings in here, floor lamp, and looks like bedside. A lot of different cool lighting in here. Really cool lamps, very nice pictures. This room feels luxury, okay? I think I paid $34 for this room, plus the resort fee, which was $57. But this room reeks luxury. It's very nice. I think it's very well done. Personally, let's check the pillows out. They are soft. No, not really any lumps. This one's a little lumpy, but not bad. At least there's one soft one, one more little lumpy one. Let's check the mattress. It's gonna be a newer mattress. Remember, this place was completely redone in 2001, I believe it opened. And wow, nice. Actually really good. The right amount of firmness for a big guy like me, and not too much, they don't sink in too much, but you also aren't like sitting on a board. So I'll sleep good on this mattress, that's for sure. Now we have a couple bed stands here. Just really cool the way they're designed. They're like hardwood, like wood, and they're like two of them. Got a nice, cool looking remote to the TV. Got more modern looking digital clock. You got like a phone charger here. And back here, there's more lights as well for your bedroom, bedside, pendant, floor lamp, all on and off. You got some USBs down here, plenty of rooms, plenty of places to plug your phone in. This is your digital, if you will, air conditioning, central heat and air, which is nice. The room feels very upscale, very modern. I do like the curtains. Got some blackout curtains here. I'll give you a nice blackout of the light, if you will. And then this is more of the decorative and the soft sunlight curtains. So for us, we are facing the Hofbrauhaus. You can see the airport from here, and across the street you got your White Castle, your Sbarro, your Bojangles, and then the little strip mall over there, and the Airstrip, which is the strip club we work with. Check this out in the middle here. This looks like a cart, okay? You got like a fake looking wheel down here, and this is like a little fake looking wheel. This looks like a cart you'd like wheel it in, wheel in your bar, cart type of thing. There's a mini bar up here, and don't touch anything on here because you're gonna pay for that. You can scan and see that that's gonna be a cost, so you're gonna leave that alone. And there's gonna be another mini bar down here, and you're gonna wanna, I see some Jack Daniels, I see some like seltzers, Cokes, little mini liquors in here as well. Don't open that unless you wanna pay, because that's gonna cost you as well. The TV is probably a good like 55 inch, maybe 60 inch. It's very nice. Newer flat screen, it's thinner. It is kind of protrudes out further, but you can move it. It's got like one of those movable things, so you can kind of move it to the right or the left, which I do like. One thing that you're not going to find in here, you're not going to see like a desk. They don't really have like a desk. They do have that table over there, but if you want to do some actual work, you're going to have to move that table kind of in front of you on the couch. So no desk here, no office chair. Probably not the best room if you're planning on doing a lot of work, okay? All right, so let's move over here. Now, one thing I did like about the setup of this room, which I thought was really cool, you do have this door that separates the bathroom. So if I stink it up in there and my girlfriend doesn't want to smell it, then she could close this door, which is kind of cool. Not too many hotels have that option for the bathroom. All right, so this is like the door to get in. I do like how they have the modern, touch button lights. And full-length mirror here, give yourself a nice view. You can see the full body. I'm 6'3", I can see myself. Nice little touch up here, a little red handle, if you will. This is a little dusty, it is what it is. But then they do have a little powder room, so they don't really have like a desk in there to work, but I guess you could actually come over here and your powder room could act as your small desk. This is big enough to put a laptop, A little bit right here to put some makeup or whatever. You have a mirror here, which is kind of cool. And then I'm gonna guess some lighting of some sort. Yeah, this is lit. So this is really nice for lighting. If you want to do, you know, your makeup on your girl or whatever. This is cool, but this could kind of act as your desk. If you wanted to get a little work done, you could sit down here. Not the most comfortable chair, obviously, but will do for a little desk if you wanted to get something done. So I stand corrected on the desk. But the hallway powder room area does have this little nice closet. This just closes with these little curtains. You have a safe down here, a drawer, ironing board, iron. Probably have to request. My hair dryer's down there, so we're good on that. And pretty nice setup here to put your clothes and your luggage. Not in your room, which kind of makes it feel a little bit more luxury, if you will. Now let's take a look at the bathroom. Let's start out with the mirror. I just love this mirror. It's just super cool how it's lit on the sides. It's very modern, very nice looking, large as well. There's enough room here for 2 sinks, but they do just have 1 sink. But it is a newer style, like you know, faucet, if you will, and it looks like it's going to be sufficient for the water pressure. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. And a little storage underneath here, your towels, your hairdresser. It is like a tile floor, so it goes from the wood to the tile on the floor, and it's nice. A nice little garbage can, 1 picture in here, and then another full-length mirror. So you have a full-length mirror over there, full-length mirror over here. Come on in. Let's check out the shower. It's a little tight in here. It's not the biggest bathroom, but I do like that the fact that they have a shower door, so it's not like just open and the water's gonna go all over the place. So you have a door, thicker glass, looks pretty nice. And then here's your little handle, rain head, a little bit of corrosion, not terrible. Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. Let's check the water pressure without getting soaked. Looks like it can do it over here. Good water pressure. And it's already getting hot, so 3 to 4 seconds to hot. It's got a cool little drain over there. It's like a tile. It doesn't look like a drain, which I kind of like. So it's unique kind of setup here. But all tile, all white, so it gives it a little bit bigger feel, even though it's not really that big. But good enough to take a shower, will suffice. Toilet, everything looks fine, everything was clean. Toilet paper racks. There's a toilet paper spare rack there and a regular toilet paper, which is kind of nice. But overall, very happy with my $34 room that I found on the Party Plan app. Again, you do have to pay that $57 resort fee, so it comes out to closer to 90 bucks. Still a good value. I think this room is a tremendous, you know, quality for the price. It is very comparable to like any Caesars or MGM property in terms of one of their renovated rooms. But I feel luxury here. You know, I actually like it. The hotel itself isn't particularly like the busiest hotel, but tonight they do have a concert down here in the Virgin Theater, so you know it is a bigger night here. There's going to be more people around, and we're looking forward to going down and having some dinner at the Lucia Mexican restaurant. All right, so this is Lucia, and this is going to be a Mexican a grill, if you will, in the Virgin Hotel. This was Casa Calamarte, Tao Group venue before this. They are out of here for whatever reason. They gave it back to the Virgin Hotels, and they took this place over about a year ago. So they're operating now, 1-year anniversary, you just told me inside. And before that, if you guys remember back in the day, the old Pink Taco was in this place from the old Hard Rock. So still a Mexican place, still here, and it now just called Lucia. I'm sure it's great Mexican food. All right, so let's talk about the pros and the cons of the Virgin Hotel after you guys enjoyed that fantastic property tour and room review. I do like this place as far as the location goes. If you want a quick in and out of Vegas at the airport, it's like right next door to the airport. There is a strip club over here now. It used to be Club Paradise back in the day, and then it was Centerfolds, then it was Players for like a month, and now it's called Airstrip. So you're right here next to a strip club. You used to know some of the girls that worked there, and they used to say their best chance of making money was like when a drunk person would, you know, stumble out of this place and like walk over there. So it's kind of funny. So it is close to the strip. You're not on the strip. I wouldn't know, you know, on some days it is walkable. Like if it's not too hot, you could probably easily walk down to the strip from here. Now, if it's 115 degrees, you might not want to walk. Okay, it is easy to get in and out of here. This is one of the restaurants. This is one of the places we do put in a lot of our packages, Cassie Beach House especially, because the limos and stuff can do easy in and out of here. There's no traffic really over here. It's just quick in, quick out, no issues with, you know, delays and stuff. You know, sometimes when you book stuff at like Park MGM over there by the T-Mobile, it takes forever to get in and out of there. It might take an hour just to get in and out of there because of all the traffic. So same thing with the center of the strip at the Cosmo there or the Bellagio. You're always dealing with some kind of issues with traffic. But over here, you don't have to worry about that. So some people argue that might be a con. Some people might say it's a pro. I kind of think it's kind of a pro. It's close enough where you're right here, but it's far enough away where you don't have to deal with the traffic, which I do kind of like. Now, this place also has a fantastic fitness center. Okay, one of the best in the city, as far as I'm concerned, for hotels. So if you want to, you know, get a little workout in while you're out here, get a little pump on, you can definitely do that here. It's also a great place for entertainment. Now, they don't have a lot of entertainment going on like right now, like today, but if you happen to pick a weekend when they have something going on in the old joint, which is now the Virgin Theater, they call it. There's stuff going on there. They do have live music in the Shag Room, which is pretty cool. A lot of locals do go there to hang out. It is a pretty cool place. It's easy to park here. It's free, which a lot of locals like. So you're going to kind of a mix of, you know, locals and tourists and stuff here at some of the events. So entertainment-wise, there's not a lot of like shows per se, but it is pretty good for you know, concerts and whatnot. You just have to check the schedule and see who's going to be over here. Oh, also another pro is going to be that you get a pretty good room here for a good price. I think I paid $34 for this place.
Audio Jungle.
You know, obviously I still had to pay the stupid $57 resort fee, so it was closer to $90, $95 all in. Wasn't bad, and it's a nice room. Okay, it's very nice. Got a nice couch in there. You can tell it's updated. It's 2001 remodel, and it's nice. Smells nice. It's very nice. It's a good room for the price. Definitely a good value. All right, let's talk about the cons for this place. It is kind of a smaller casino. It's only about 60,000 square feet. You can like basically see from one end to the other of the casino in the main area, and then there is a kind of a side area, more high limit, but there's not that much over there. So that's definitely kind of a con. Now, there isn't a lot of shopping options here either. If you're looking for doing some shopping and stuff, you're probably better off staying in the center of the strip. You know, there's tons of malls there. You got the Miracle Mile shops, and then you got the Forum shops right there next to Caesars. A lot more shopping over there. You could probably just take an Uber over there and do your shopping if you want. That way you don't have to pay for the ridiculous parking, and you're not going to find that here, okay? Now, there are not a lot of like fast food options here, if you will. There's a lot of really good restaurants here. If you want to have like, you know, Nobu, high-end Japanese, or you want to have like a nice steak at the One Steakhouse, you got everything from Italian to Mexican here, and a lot of options, but nothing really like fast food-wise. Now, one thing you could do if you want fast food, you want something quick and easy, you're very conveniently located right across the street. I remember when I stayed here at the Hard Rock and I had a lot of money back in the day, I used to just walk over here. You got Sbarro, you got Bojangles Chicken, you got a White Castle, literally right across the street. So it doesn't really matter. You don't really need a food court in here when you can just walk over there, okay? So tons of food options right around here. You can walk to like 7 or 8 different places, literally right across the street. So that's really not a con. It's a con that it's not in the hotel, but it's not a con because you're right here. Hopefully you guys like my full room review and property tour. I would appreciate a like on this video. Do subscribe to this channel for more, and bang the notifications bell. Make sure you download that Party Plan app. Use the Party Plan tool whenever you travel in groups. You can put your full itinerary in there. You can put your expenses in there. You can talk to each other. It's got a full chat in there. Keep track of your full itinerary in the ledger, if you will. And we do have hotel accommodations on there. We do have great pricing, just hair over wholesale pricing. And then we have the package system we just fully built out. We're going to be building out this month. And then the show ticket system is going to be live later this month. We're going to have the full feed in there connected with our venue and all the different stuff we got going on here in Vegas. And eventually we're going to go into other markets as well. So check it out. I'm Party Plan Brian. I'm looking forward to mapping out your Las Vegas game plan. Make sure you text me at 702-883-3006. And let's map out your Las Vegas game plan and follow me for everything in Las Vegas. Let's talk soon. Goodbye.